Early morning classes or evening classes?
Early morning.
Formal dress code or casual attire?
I like formals. The one big thing that is in MBA is time management, right? You have to understand that your CAT exam is of 3 hours. You have to do anything and everything to get the best possible marks you have in that. So, understand that the 3 hours is not going to change. And so I took up a course called Management Consulting in campus itself, which is taught by a EY partner.
Hello, hi Akshada. Welcome to the IIM Journey
Hi,
podcast series. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Akshda Shetty. I'm a chartered accountant and I've completed my MBA from IIM Calcutta in 2022. So, and of course, that I've been working as a management consultant in Accenture strategy, and
Okay.
I live in Bombay, Mumbai.
Oh, wow. And so you studied chartered accountant. How was the journey like? And at what point did you realize that you were going to do an MBA?
So I think MBA plan was always there. Like even when I was in school, it was there. MBA has to be like one of the things that I have to do. But CA as a journey, I think I took it because I was studying commerce and like what's best in commerce, CA. So like let's try that, and I think I kind of enjoyed it till some part, like till I was. So we have this 3-year internship thing that we do after our inter. So we have our foundation exams, we have our inter, and then we have our finals. So between inter and finals, you have this 3-year gap where you have to do your internship at a CA firm, and that's where kind of 2 years into it, I realized I'm getting bored. Like it's not interesting me as much. Like there's problem solving, yes, but it's kind of the similar level of problem solving that we're doing, and I was kind of getting bored. I wanted to explore many more things. So that's when I kind of finalized that yes, this is done. Now I have to do an MBA. I probably won't enjoy working as a CA in the like for a long term future, and that's when I decided to do my MBA. Yeah. But
So you were
yeah.
preparing alongside your graduation
No,
together.
no, no. So obviously CA and graduation goes together usually. I think 1 year after my third year, like after I finished my graduation, I gave my CA exams. And post that, I took a kind of a year gap. So I think one thing more about my CA journey is that I am a second attempt pass. So I didn't clear my CA final exams in my first attempt. And so I took a decision to split the groups. So we have these two groups that we can give separately or together. So I decided to chalo, let's divide it. Let's do group wise. Group 1 cleared, then I cleared my group 2, and I think just post that, I think I missed my first class of CAT classes, and day 2 I was in CAT like the next day of my CA exams. And like the decision was done कि CAT करना ही है अभी, CA हो जाएगा, let's see. And I took kind of a year gap from not studying another rigor, but I was like, chalo, let's prepare for MBA. Say no worries. Let's take it one step at a time. So
how did you prepare for CAT? Did you take any coaching or something?
yeah, so the thing was, I didn't have a lot of guidance on what to do in CAT, like what's the exam. Like you would research it, of course, you have these YouTube videos, but the material and like this guidance from your seniors, or I didn't know anyone that gave like and cleared CAT really well. So I needed that help. So I took classes from Time in Mumbai. And it was the morning, so they would have this 2-hour batches in morning, and then they'd give you workbooks and stuff that you can work on, and that was really that was really good because they kind of help you with the nuances of the exams. They tell you, okay, you have to read books, you have to read newspapers, you can't just give exams like that, because passages might seem easy to you right now, but in the pressure of that 1 hour, you're really going to fumble. So that all these small nuances, and of course they have the test series, which I think a lot of people do say that you have to give test series, because it helps you kind of evaluate yourself. And what our professors used to say is that, yes, I have not taught you everything. It's your first week into CAT prep, but just give the test, right? So you have that rigor of giving the test every week, every Sunday. And it kind of helps you in also analyzing that, oh, I know this already. Or, oh, I have to learn this, right? So I'll say, I know how to solve the basic algebra geometry. So I don't need to really get into the details of it, but I can focus on something else then. And also it kind of helps you, in the long run, it helps you understand that what questions I'm not really getting. So I can skip it instead of doing something wrong and get into the negative marking zone. And along with that, I think, as I said, right, they would help you with these tips and tricks. So if you, I don't know if it is everywhere or not, but they had this rule that, okay, if you score above 70 percentile in the test series, you get an extra additional classes. So they call us additionally for the, yeah. So, and there they would solve these really, really, difficult.
Next level.
Yeah, next higher level problems. So that was also very helpful. And it kind of gave a confidence boost. Okay, 70 percentile aa gaya, now I can do better. So yeah. And I think they also have this CAT, after the CAT prep, they have these PI and VAT prep also. And that's very, very helpful. I think they kind of help you write your VAT, all these written, they'll give you a topic, they'll help you do GD prep, and they'll also take personal interviews, they'll help you check your, so some campuses ask for a statement of purpose or why you want to do an MBA. So they'll help you with that too, and they'll kind of give you pointers on where you're doing wrong in your interview, what you should improve. So I remember I used to read this one newspaper regularly. They were like, no, you have to change it. You have to read Hindu, for example, छोटे से नहीं, इतना कम नहीं चलेगा. You have to do better. You have to read better newspapers, read better news, And that kind of helped me actually. I'll give you this anecdote. What happened was, it was during the budget, when the budget is being released and it's read out in the parliament, and it's this time, right? You have these interviews also during this time. So one day before I was reading the budget in the newspaper, I made some notes. Okay, this is where, they've announced something good, they've announced something that shouldn't have been maybe changed, or what could have been changed. All of these things. Next day, I have a interview process for IIFT. And the same question, the same topic comes in my VAT for the interview. And that was very helpful. I could just write in a flow, right? So yeah, that's why it's very helpful. You get this view from people who have experienced it already. So, yeah.
And how was your interview experience at IIM Kolkata like? What did they ask you?
So I kind of thought I would not get into IIM Calcutta. I remember I had an interview just before that, and that went really good 2 days before. And then I come into IIM Calcutta interview very confident, Yeah, I'll do it. And I go into the interview room, and they ask me finance questions that I don't know the answer to. But the one thing that I in my head was going on, that I read about also, that even if you don't know the answer, just say you don't know the answer, right? Be confident. Don't lose your confidence in the interview room. If you are not confident outside, it's fine. But on the face of it, you have to be very confident. You should know that, okay, I don't know the answer. I'll read up about it. So this happened with me, they asked me questions that I didn't know about. But then they were like, okay, what do you know about? What are you good at? So I told them that I've worked in company law. I worked in legal compliance work during my internship, and I really enjoyed that work. So then they asked me questions about that, and I nailed it. right? So, like, then they were like, okay, then they kind of made a very taunt, like a comment, okay, read up about these topics that we talked about just before I was leaving the room. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, thank you. And I left the room and I was like, I am not getting into IIM Calcutta.
Why?
It was my dream campus because I after you like get out of the room, you realize that oh, I'm not said this, I said this wrong, I said this wrong. Like you kind of overanalyze it. I'm like, I'm not getting into IIM Calcutta. Let's just focus on another interview now. But yeah, thankfully, by God's grace, I got an admission into IIM Calcutta.
And what other IIMs did you give interview for?
So I gave for IIM Bangalore, IIM Kolkata, Indore, and Lucknow. And I gave also for the baby IIMs that they have this one interview for the 4-5 baby IIMs together.
Right. And so, which was your best interview?
I would say IIM Kolkata was really good. That was the interview right before Calcutta. It was really good. I gave very good answers and I got an admission in there too. But I chose to come to IIM Calcutta. So, yeah.
Did you find any differences between the interview of Kozhikode and Calcutta and other IIMs? Was there any similarities or any differences?
I would say so. Firstly, IIM Calcutta and Bangalore. These two have an alumni sitting in the room who has been through the journey that you are trying to go to, and they kind of give you the questions that you will face in life later, right?
Okay.
Versus if you see IIM, the baby IIMs, or you see IIM Kozhikode, or I remember there were just 2 interviewers, and I could realize they both are professors that matter. So that's the one major difference that I found. And I think that alumni is the one who kind of gives you the rigor or gives you the picture that okay, you're not doing well, what are you going to do in life, kind of things, right? They kind of try to break your confidence.
So they also ask questions, the alumni.
Yeah, they do ask questions. I remember in my Bangalore interview, he did mention like, okay, I've also done CA. I've also done my MBA from Bangalore. I'm doing this now. What about like, what is your life goal? Why are you coming to MBA? All of these things. It kind of, I think, helps the professors also because the alumni bring in like real life problems and problems from the corporate world into the interview. So yeah.
Yeah, that gives a very nice perspective.
Yeah.
So what calls did you get? What calls did you convert? And why did you choose IIM Calcutta?
I firstly I gave not just CAT, I gave like 4 exams. I gave my CAT, I gave the exam for for IIFT, I gave for Symbiosis, and I gave for XLRI, so yeah, ZAT. I got calls from all the camp colleges that I applied to, just not from IIM Ahmedabad.
Okay.
It was around 14 colleges. If I say IIMs, it was like the ones that I mentioned: Bangalore, Calcutta, Indore, Lucknow, Kozhikode, and the baby IIMs.
Right.
And I didn't convert Bangalore, but the rest of them I did convert. But coming to IIM Calcutta, I think, like I said, right, it was my dream college. I think it's a very cliche thing that, a lot of students have seen 2 states in our age group, saw 2 states and realized, oh, Ahmedabad is such a good college, and read about the book, read about it in the book also. And then I kind of started researching about IIMs, which suits me better, where is the campus and all of these things. And the IIM Calcutta campus has this name called as the finance campus because they have a lot of finance resources. They're very strong in providing a finance education. And since I'm a CA and I wanted to kind of later in life also maybe pursue finance as a career, I decided, okay, IIM Calcutta is the my dream campus to get into. So yeah. But yeah, IIM Ahmedabad didn't come through. Like, it hurt a little. But I kind of recovered from it then.
Okay. So what was the first reaction when you got the offer letter from IIM Calcutta? What did you do?
Oh, I remember I was jumping up and down for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Literally just jumping up and down, shouting and screaming, and just it was such a happy thing, that that you're that you're not considered, but you are kind of a part of this smart and ambitious and talented group of people. That's the feeling that you get. That okay, I'm somewhere there. And like you kind of think about a life that's after that. You think about a future, and that's one step into the future, right? That's the very big step into the future. So yeah, I think after that excitement came the nervousness also, that okay, MBA, it's not a small task. It doesn't seem as easy as it is. So yeah, the nervousness kind of starts to set in then. Yeah.
So when you went to IIM Calcutta, like how was the feeling, or how did you take the admission? What is it like?
So this was during the COVID times. The first COVID hit in 2020, and I was at home. All of us were at home, and I think the first reaction everyone was, "Why are we having an online MBA? We wanted to come to campus and all of these things." So a lot of the admission process was online, and filling in papers, kind of scanning it and sending it, and going to the bank for loan. And they're just like, okay, just come and sign and leave. Like everything is on call, everything is on emails. It was a little tough also to kind of if there's some issue with your forms or something is off, you have to email, you have to wait for that email to come back and all of these things. But if you have this buddy assigned, right? Once you've kind of cleared your cat and gotten an interview
Mhm.
from IIM Calcutta, they assign, not just IIM Calcutta, all the campuses, they assign you a buddy from the senior batch. So this buddy kind of helps you a lot in the process, right? You have any issues, you have any doubts about even the campus life for that matter, like being a girl, it's kind of really uncertain that, oh, how's the facilities there? Is it safe in the campus and all of these things, right? So they help you solve those doubts in your head also.
Yeah.
And my buddy, and they assign you someone that's really close to your profile or from your own location. So I had, my buddy was a CA
Mhm.
from Mumbai.
Oh.
So so that they kind of linked it very beautifully, and he helped me get in touch with other seniors also. Like he kind of referred me names and gave me the numbers to talk to, and I could talk to everyone and understand what, like how the life is and what should I do, what should I like be careful of while doing this admission process and all of these things. And I think the first say 5 months or so, 4 5 months were spent online MBA. We are the online MBA batch who's taken most of our classes online. So yeah, I think it was tough to make friends also at that point of time. Everyone's at their homes, but
Mhm.
there was this need for friendship in everyone. Everyone had this kind of also that joka spirit that it suddenly starts coming into you. Your seniors kind of start instilling it through calls, saying, okay, let's do joka chant now and all of these things. And you finally find a set of friends that you really enjoy talking to, and these friends help you through the process, help you also to, like, once you get into MBA, it's not as easy as it sounds. The first month or so in, you have to start your summer placement process.
Mhm.
And that's like, along with adjusting to the studies and adjusting to like tests and stuff, this is a very big responsibility on yourself for your future. And it kind of gets intimidating. So your friends really help you through that. You kind of also find your, obviously, people from your own background. So I had these 6 7 CAs with me. So we had this group where we would, okay, how are you getting this reference, what are you putting in this point, and how are you framing this, and you have to bring proofs what you put in your CV. So how are you getting that and all of these things. So that's really helpful if you have this bunch of people helping you out and you are helping them. And yeah, I think we went into campus, say, 4 months later, I think we started in August 2020, and we started going to in December, January 2021. So till then, it was everything was online. I think our summer placement was also online. So it was a very stressful and also very frustrating period, I would say, because we wanted to go into campus, and the rules and regulations don't allow you, right, during that time. I think everyone's
Yes,
very taken aback by COVID. So yeah, everyone's just trying to be cautious.
so what was
So
the differences between the online classes took and then when you went to campus? Like, what were the differences?
I think the major difference is the amount of participation that you can do in your class, right? So the one disadvantage that we had was all our like 2020 COVID, 2021 COVID, 22 starting. I think January was another wave of COVID. So most of our classes, even if we were in campus, it was online, right? The props were kind of scared. Also, we are also, like, yes, we are meeting each other in campus, but the props have their own life, right? They are in their own, but they're scared that, kids, we are students at the end, we want to have fun. So we'll go out of campus, we'll get COVID, and we come back into campus. So
So
that
did you
was
get
a
COVID?
very.
You got COVID?
No, I didn't get COVID. I got COVID when I was at home, not in campus.
Okay.
I was very careful in campus. But yeah, so that's why we didn't really have all offline classes, except this one, like the last semester 6 was when some profs were ready to come to the class and give an. I was lucky to be in one of these profs classes, and I could see the stark difference. Like even if we were discussing a topic in class. Yes, you're obviously contributing, also talking to your friend about it. Oh, this happened, this. Like that doesn't happen in online. How much will you type? How much will you chat with your friends, right? So that's a very big difference. I think there was disadvantages also. People kind of were like, oh, we don't get recordings of class. And, oh, we have to go to class. Get up and go to class. Like that inertia was already set in that let's just do online. So yeah, there are disadvantages and advantages to it.
So how is a typical campus life at IIM Calcutta?
I would say it's a little, it's very diverse, I would say. The academic rigor is there, of course. But along with that, you get a lot of time to do all these extracurricular activities, get into club activities, do something of your own. And also your case competitions and even studying like case studies and doing all these marketing research for that matter. It's in the course. So it's very diverse. Also, the sports environment is very huge in IIM Calcutta. We have a lot of facilities for sports, and people get into the rigor of it, get into this kind of the environment of it. And we have these. If we don't have competitions against other campuses, we're just creating competitions within ourselves, like hostel versus hostel, or like class versus section versus section. Mm-hmm. So that's always there. And as I was part of the student council committee, so every day you are dealing with people's problems and with the administration. And so I think if I say a day in an IIM Calcutta student's life, I would say the morning to afternoon, or say till, so this 9 to 6, like 10 to 6 time, I would say 60% of the time you're in your class or you're studying or just preparing or something. 6 to the 10 is the time where you're doing anything you want, right? People go out to play, people play their sports, people go to gym, people just roam around in campus. We have this very beautiful campus with 7 lakes.
Wow.
So it's just open air and fresh air blowing, and you can walk around campus all the time. People are cycling also. I've seen people run the entire periphery of campus getting ready for marathons. And do your case study, do your group all these group tasks that you have to do for your classes. And then obviously, MBA students, we kind of chill a little also. We like to relax, have some fun with our friends, just chatting out with them. And I think we've had so many room parties also. Like just bunch of like 10, 15 people in a room just enjoying. So yeah, that's the I think that's a day in the life. Yeah.
So what did you learn at IIM Kolkata after you entered? Like, how did it change you? What did you learn? How did you grow as a person?
I think first of the biggest change I had was I became an extrovert. I started talking to more people once I got out of my house, got into an hostel life, and I rediscovered my love for badminton. Started playing badminton with my friends, and kind of also living independently, living on your own, doing all your things on your own, and all of these things. But also, along with that, so the funny thing is, I didn't want to get into consulting. I wanted to go into finance, like I mentioned, but I got an internship in consulting, and that kind of made me realize. When after I completed my internship, it's like I like consulting and I like all these case studies and stuff like that. So I started getting into the courses that are related to consulting or marketing or all of these things, and that kind of that switch in me, from just finance models and stuff like that to case solving, to problem solving. So that big switch that I also enjoyed. Like I enjoyed problem solving, but I didn't really explore that part of my life, that part of my personality till then. So yeah.
The summer internship was from campus?
Yeah, so I got placed in Accenture strategy from the campus. We had the summer placements in first year. So that's how all of us got placed. I think barely anyone would have chosen out of campus placements. And I went into the internship very, very scared. Like, what is it going to be? How is it going to be? I asked some seniors about it, and they gave some tips and tricks, like do this, do that, don't, all of these things. But it was a world of its own, When you enter into consulting, all the stereotypes kind of start breaking. Like people say, oh, this will be it, this is it. We might have to do like all these Excel models and PowerPoint presentations and all of these things. And these stereotypes that are being built, it kind of starts breaking. You realize, okay, it's more of like problem solving, discussing what should we do, and then also talking to your client about it, explaining them stuff, like selling the solution to them. You have to do this. And then obviously the presentation in the Excel models are post that, that's then you start doing all of these things. And I really liked consulting. I liked Accenture. So yeah, I thankfully got a PPO offer from them, and I accepted it very happily.
So what was the average placement at Calcutta? Like, what was the average package during your time?
If you say summer placements, I think it was 1.5 to 2, but that's obviously increased in these 3-4 years now. For our final placements, I think it's around 33 or 35 lakhs per annum. That's the average.
Your summer placements and your PPO, was it above that range or was it near the range? Was it like?
It was near the range. It was, I think, so what happens is you have these finance firms who obviously give above the median, then consulting firms give around the median, and the rest of the, say marketing, sales and strategy and your general management roles give a little lesser than the range. So that's how the median comes about it.
Okay. So what is your life like right now at Accenture? What did you learn? Did your MBA help? How is life like?
So I think my MBA, what happened was after I completed my internship, right? My manager in my internship kind of told me that, do case studies or kind of work on your Excel skills, work on your PowerPoint skills, because And so I took up a course called management consulting in campus itself, which is taught by a EY partner, who's like she comes to camp. She gives this class twice in a year, and that kind of also like she has these open discussions, on what happens in consulting and also what could be after consulting. What's exit strategy is like. So taking that course kind of helped me in my next step. So once I came to after IIM Calcutta, I came into Accenture, and so the kind of diversity that consulting has, we have like so much in consulting, and Accenture kind of is in every spectrum of it.
Diversity in terms of?
In terms of what you're working on, right? Like you help them grow, but how are you growing? Like you're helping them with their sales, helping them with their marketing strategies, or you're helping them with expenses. Like that's where I work on the CFO and EVE division. We are helping them increase their enterprise value for them. And I specialize in we have this small team called digital finance transformations, where I'm helping them transform their finance processes through the operating model that they have, along with the finance tools and technologies that they're using. So I think I've learned a lot about how, like you obviously learn in CA that, you're doing an internship, you learn, how the procure to pay process works, or how your record to report process works. You see that, you audit that. But to help them like understand the nuances of it, how it works, instead of how it should work, and getting the reality of it, and getting into like understanding how it works in different markets, different countries, and then bringing him into a standard process. Saying, okay, we are considering all of these, and then this is the standard process that you should follow. That's the best in practice for you, and these are the tools you should follow. So I think I've kind of learned to be very open in understanding people's problems, listening to the problem that the client is having, before just giving the solution out. Right? Just listen to everyone, listen to what they are actually facing, and then you start like discussing with them the solutions. It doesn't just work like you're just going on about the solution. So yeah, that open discussion has to happen with your client to kind of understand, like you have to level with them after a point of time, right? You have to listen to them. So yeah. I think that's how it's been.
Yeah, the clients are getting a lot of value from you, definitely, Akshada. So Akshada, right now we'll be having a quick rapid fire round. So I'll provide you 2 options, and you'll choose one. It can be for any reason. There must not be any rational reason towards it. So the first rapid fire. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Excel spreadsheets or creative presentation?
Presentations.
Okay. Early morning classes or evening classes?
Early morning.
Oh, you're a morning person.
It's a thing that it's instilled since school, right? Jaldi utho, school jao.
Okay. So, group projects or individual assignments?
Group projects.
Okay. So, and one more, time management or quality of work?
I don't know. It depends. It's just I don't have a right answer to it. It depends like on what you're working on. Okay, choose one. I would say quality of work.
Okay. Formal dress code or casual attire?
I like formals.
Okay. Thank you, Akshada. So Akshada, so we'll be thank you for coming today, and we would like you to share some message for the MBA aspirants who are looking to pursue their MBA. What would be your message to them?
Sure. So I think the one message that I also tell a lot of people who ask me, what should we do and how should we get into an MBA, right? the one big thing that is in MBA is time management, right? You have to understand that your CAT exam is of 3 hours. You have to do anything and everything to get the best possible marks you have in that. So understand that the 3 hours is not going to change, right? You have to get done in 3 hours, and once you get into MBA also, you have these deadlines that, for your project, submit at 12, otherwise 0. That's because they kind of help you get into that time management zone in your work life. So yeah, time management and the rigor. You need that inner voice telling you to just work hard, get you can't just chill and relax and just let it go for some time. Taking a break is okay, and taking a break is very much needed, but that continuous effort that you need to put in has to be there if you are trying to get into an FP, I think. And that's not just for that point of time, it's for, like, I would say, your MBA admissions, your placements. Everyone sees the kind of rigor that you've put through childhood, from your childhood to your 10th standard, 12th standard marks, graduation. How are you doing? What all did you do? So all of that has to come in, and kind of that is considered and that is needed also. Like, you have this instilled in you. So yeah. And thank you so much for having me over this. It was fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Akshada. Thank you so much. And you have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too. Bye.